I'm Robin Gully.
I'm John Justin.
We are your Ward 2 City Council people, and we are here to give our quick update on the council meeting tonight. So we actually wanted to start with open council work session, which had a lot more content than the council meeting today. So the first sort of notable thing in the open council work session was that we talked about reducing fees for tattoo and body piercing shops. Our fees are way out of line with other cities around us. So we decided that it was time to reduce the fees.
Just bring them in line with what other cities are doing, because, you know, if you want to be competitively advantageous, you're not going to charge people 4 times as much as they would pay in a different city. So,
right.
And then we also, some minor changes to the storm sewer stuff. That was really kind of it. Not a lot of big changes in the fee schedule, but, you know, the sort of housekeeping stuff you just have to do from time to time.
We did talk about the fact that our lift stations are going to be done being updated in the next couple of years, so then we'll be able to spend money on
other things that are
important things.
More exciting, but, well, not more important, because nobody wants a failed lift station.
No.
Trust me on that one.
And then we talked about the preliminary 22 and 23 budget. Those are available in the council packet if you want to read about the proposed budget updates.
And then, we also talked about potentially separating the EDA, or Economic Development Authority, levy out on its own. And right now it's incorporated within the city levy. And there's pros and cons to that, and we're going to actually have to work through that a little bit more. I think it got pretty evident that we needed more information before we could even kind of choose a direction to go. So we'll get another staff report, I'd assume, probably at the next meeting on that. Our mayor's making faces at us.
Making faces at us.
Thanks, Dave.
We talked about future open council work sessions. So open council work sessions used to be in the conference room at the front of City Hall. And then they were moved into the council chambers to make more space because of COVID. But the tricky part is that some of us would like to move back to the conference room, but we don't have the video capability that we do in the council chambers. So we talked about what possible solutions are for that.
And we've got 5 different solutions that were brought to us, which range from costing nothing but having certain lacks of efficiency or lacks of access. And then we talked about the most expensive option was $54,000. And so we're going to try to kind of figure out where we can land on that still makes it possible. We want everybody to be able to see the open council work session. For the most part, I think that was an agreement. But we also don't want to spend money like water and make sure we're doing this the most efficient way possible. So I think that'll probably come back to us. For now, we're going to stick with the current situation where they're broadcast on Town Square TV, they're available on the web, they'll be at the council thing. And I think what seemed to be the general consensus is at least to try to kind of relax the atmosphere a little bit. It's really supposed to be brainstorming work session as a work session, and that maybe what we can do is ease up on kind of the feeling of being up at this tall podium thing, which does make you act differently, and just try to get back to that sort of feel, which I think is more effective to get things done in those sessions. So, yep, cool.
So we'll continue that conversation going forward and see where we land.
For now, no changes.
For now, no changes to the open council work session. Finally, and we didn't talk about as much in the council meeting, but there were a couple of things. Augustana, I think, will be glad to know that we're talking about vacating the unused
cruise. It's a portion of cruise that was never built.
Right.
And it's been sitting there for I don't know how long not being built, and we have no plans to do anything with it. It doesn't impede anything around there, so we're just going to vacate, it looks like, and let that
let them have it instead of continuing to hold on to it for the city. We talked about actually that's pretty much it. Some awesome donations to the city, so thank you. I can't list them out, and I'm sorry, but they are in the council packet. Really appreciate the
really great.
donations.
Oh, and the one last thing is that we did change some language in our housing code to come in line with changes in state statutes. So really kind of a housekeeping thing, nothing that radically changes anything, and brings us in line with what the state is currently, the situation at the state, which sometimes you got to do that because state law trumps local law, and that's how it's supposed to work. So
I just want to add a couple things before we peace out for the night.
Sure.
Thanks to everyone who participated in 19 Night. It was awesome. We all had different experiences. Some council members went to all the parties that they could get to. Others hosted their own and went to local neighborhood parties. Yep. Thank you to everyone who reached out to us to invite us to their parties, though. And we tried to make it to as many as we could, and just really appreciated the high participation.
Absolutely.
We had Pride in the Park.
Yes.
Which was just amazing. It was the second time that West St. Paul has hosted Pride in the Park, and some of our council members did a huge amount of work on that. We're just really grateful to them for doing that. Finally, a couple of more things. We have Citizen Academy coming up with the police department. Deadline to apply is August 27th. It's pretty intensive, but looks pretty engaging, and they're really excited to bring it back.
Yeah, because I think they had to skip it last year because
of COVID.
Like all things, it was canceled because of COVID.
We have Summer Fun Fest.
Oh yeah, Summer Fun Fest coming up August 14th. That's at the Dodge Nature Center. It's from 4 to 8.
4 to 8.
That's this Saturday.
Yeah.
Pony rides, tethered hot air balloons, food, drink, teddy bear band is playing. It's free. It's really fun. I try to get there every time I can.
I just want to add, we used to go see the teddy bear band when I was a little kid, so I really can't believe they're still doing their thing, but they're awesome. And
yeah, I used to know the guitarist. I don't know if he's still in the band. I'll have to see.
And finally, last movie in the park is August 20th, 9 p.m. at Softview Park.
And it's open for voting, for which one you want to see. I have the one that I've got my vote in, but I'll leave it out.
Don't vote twice.
Yeah, right.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks so much. Oh, and thanks to Kevin for being our camera person today.
Thanks.